Hi, this is my 5 people audience. My informative speech is about the maternity leave on the effects of the mother, and the specific purpose is to explain to you guys why mothers should have longer maternity leave. Having a baby in this world is a lot of responsibility, and especially when you have to go back to work, which is a fast-paced environment. And for me, it was a lot of preparation. I did have 12 weeks of maternity leave. It was paid, but I felt like it was not enough process for me to prepare everything to go back to work. I had to prepare the breast milk, the bottles, the clothes, and then I had to make a list for the babysitter, which was my mom. And then I still felt like my body was still not ready to go back to work because I was still bleeding from down there, and I also ended up having mastitis. And I just want to let you guys know that I did a lot of research on this topic about longer maternity leave for mothers, and it is not a vacation time. And we're gonna explain the physical recovery, the mental health, the infant bonding, um, infant development, and the paid leave. And we're gonna start off with the physical recovery and mental health. And in the medical research, they found that physical recovery during the first 2 months after the mom gives birth, they found out that there's a lot of it's a lot of exhaustion, um, sore breasts. They also suffer from stress, and then they also suffer from weight control issues. And it also mentions that they also have a risk of respiratory infection, uh, gynecologic problems, and then those who are not mothers that are not employed. And then they also found out on the mental health in research articles that from 9% to 22% suffer from postpartum depression, and it's rising up. And then also postpartum anxiety that went from 5.8% to 30.7% according to this medical research that they found back in 2014. And now we see also when mothers have to go back to work, they've seen that the postpartum depression, they go through it in the first several days or more when they go back to work. And also they have a lot of they feel anxious in the first several days of going back to work or more. And that's what I found in the research medical articles. And then a second one, I'll talk to you more about infant development and bonding between mother and baby. In this New York University article, they saw the importance of the brain infant development for the mother and for the baby. They saw that the brain neurons for the baby, they saw that the brain, a lot of like exposure to the parent, like a lot of high signals of improvement. And they also saw that the plasticity, which is the nerves of the brain, has a lot of impact on the infant's development, especially when on the parent, that hopefully that prevents stressful impact of the parent. And then the bonding, it shows an importance for the mom and the baby in this article, because it mentioned when the baby is born, the they have to do skin to skin contact with the mother and baby, and that helps both of them soothe a lot in the relationship. And then in this article, it also mentioned that the baby, the infant, has like a lot of like development bonding when they hear the voices of what they're talking about, which is the parent of the infant. And it helps a lot to see who the mom is, which help with the skin to skin contact. and that's the bonding. And now we're gonna talk about the paid leave versus unpaid leave. So in the maternity leave, there's paid leave, which is 12 weeks or more, and then unpaid leave, which can be less than 12 weeks or none at all. And they, in this article, it included that mothers that take paid leave or longer paid leave has seen greater outcomes for the mother and the infant. They seen that the mother has like less chances of getting breast cancer, ovarian cancer, and obesity, and also I have seen that it helps improve like the relationship between the mother and the baby on those first months, and it helps a lot to get along with them. And on the unpaid leave, they have seen the lesser outcomes, and they have seen the outcomes here, especially in the United States. In this article, they mentioned that 25% of mothers in the United States have to go back to work after 2 weeks of giving birth. And also they mentioned that due to financial reasons, they face public assistance, they have to grab a loan, and they also have to pay the bills, and some which are overdue. And now that you've seen the outcomes of and the effects of the maternity leave that mothers have to face, thankfully for me, I was able to get a 12-week paid on my maternity leave, and I was able to spend time with my daughter for the first couple of months of life. But as of today in the US especially, there's mothers that still take the unpaid leave or have to go back to work right away. And also this is, I hope you guys learn about the maternity leave. That is a really crucial time for mother and baby. It's not a vacation time. Thank you.